Q on Q consensus is plus 0.4%. .4 in line, year on year 2.9 above the 2.5 expected, total business investment year on year 5.7 above the prior 3.7, index services for the UK 0.2 month on month below the expected 0.3, and the Lloyd's business growth to 55 in line with last month. So the GDP numbers Q on Q in line at 0.4%, the year on year numbers are beating 2.9 versus 2.5. Business investment comes in at 5.7 above the previous 3.7.
Separately, earnings has revised up last year's GDP to 3% from 2.8%, the highest level since 2006.
The year earnings also revised up the 2014 current account deficit to 5.9% of GDP, which is the highest since records began. Also noted in the day's first quarter, compensation for employees was down 0.5% Q on Q, the biggest fall since the fourth quarter of 2012, so compensation for employees down 0.5% Q on Q.
We literally still got 14 ticks below, yeah guys, so 75s is looking like where that it might just stop 75s. We've also got the 20-hour exponential moving average coming up at that area.
Kantar data shows another decline in market share over 12 weeks, and Tesco is now 28.6%, with the price 28.9%. Sainsbury's market share also marginally down by up to 10% the same period.
Okay guys, welcome. Just very briefly, I'm not going to be talking much today. The guys are focusing quite a bit on their trading. All I want to discuss is effectively what we're looking at here is the German bund. That's the market I want to sort of point out. What I do want to show people is if you look at this little area, these 91s to 95s, someone's sitting here, sort of offloading quite a big buy side position. So there is a buyer in the market now. He's quite intent on getting filled between 91 and 95s. At the same time, obviously, someone is selling it to him. So what I'm looking for is I'm actually just looking for one more little push down before we then hopefully, not only just see a continued buy side, but also a push higher. Just two things I want to point out. The reason I think we get another little down move. Okay, if I just point out this chart really quickly. Okay, what we got here is the German 10-year yield chart. As you can see, from yesterday's 4 o'clock close, we still got a little bit of a gap there that needs filling at the 80 basis point mark. So that's effectively what I was tweeting about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go very quiet now. I'm actually just going to watch this. This is a trade that I want to be doing quite well. So yeah, I won't be answering any questions or anything like that. I won't even be looking at the screen, but feel free to keep an eye on it, and I will try and talk through it with you guys so you get a little bit of an idea of what I'm seeing. Okay, but right now, as you can see, 91s to 94s. So this little area anyway, yeah, there is quite a strong buyer at the moment.
You see the very accommodative global policy quite as the Australian government versus on the global policy. Stephen says inflation looks a bit too low globally.
Some proper risk off, isn't there? Shocked as buns.
Stephen hasn't specifically mentioned rates or the economic outlook for the Australian economy, specifically in his speech, he's talking in general terms on a global basis.
Funny thing is, it's so difficult not to buy this bund, yeah. These equities are absolutely dropping off the planet Earth. Is the DAX at yesterday's low yet? Is it 41s, yeah? It's definitely underperformance in the DAX today, isn't it? It's a lot weaker. Which is interesting because the Eurostoxx is...
says that the EU will review the Greek situation after the referendum, not too confident that Greece will return to talks. The Austrian Dividend saying that Greek default is not automatic regarding the IMF payment limits. Varoufakis would sign the EU proposal after a yes vote, according to the Austrian Dividend, that the EU is trying to bring Greece back to talks. It's all from the Austrian Dividend that the EU is trying to get Greece back to the negotiating table, and says that the EU will review the Greek situation after the referendum. It's not too confident regarding a Greek return to negotiations. The Austrian Dividend also announced that the Euro Working Group are holding twice daily conference calls regarding the market situation.
You see this buy, yeah, max between 90 and 96s. He's done. The way it looks is though he's taking the birds and then he's kind of buying. He's almost done about 30,000 contracts here. It's funny how we shifted VPOC onto yesterday's VPOC. My bet is that's not going to be the VPOC. I think as the minute we go bid, it'll go back up towards that 18s and that'll change again. European equities down. Bund does not want to go bid. Well, there is a buy, yeah. So you can start buying it now. The only problem is if you buy it now, you shouldn't be getting out until sort of 70s. So
I would say hold it.
Well, yeah, but.
Yeah, just
For fuck's sake. Dude, somebody's smashing it from the outside. Look at this idiot. Fuck off. Come on. Still feels like it's resistant.
Japan's rose that they want to coordinate with other overseas officials and closely monitor market moves related to Greece. The Spanish master owner
Bund.
This is the price action you want. Someone smashing the bid and this price not going down. It's absorption.
I don't know. I'm in two minds because I do want to be long, but no, I don't want to be short. Nothing about this market is a short today. Not technically, not fundamentally, not correlations. Nothing suggests being short bunds today. Euro's gone pretty off it, yeah, guys. That Euro's getting smacked today. All the retail traders trying to buy it up today. Fucking get stopped out. Oh, don't know if I'm going to get paid for being patient here. What I would say is I have got a core position down at the 85s. It's not on my front end. Ideally what I'm looking to do, sort of the way I'm viewing this, is we should get back up towards these 50s over the course of the morning by about midday. So in terms of reward, I mean, if you look at it anywhere, I'm trying ideally to get along somewhere around this 70s to 77 area. If I can get along there, I've got 80 ticks of upside, and that's kind of what I'm looking at, 80 ticks of upside. I'm willing to go 20, 30 prices on this trade offside, so it's good risk reward. But like I said, we've got to see how this plays out, because unfortunately, part of me feels like I've missed the boat here, but at the same time I know that I need to be patient. If I'm patient, not only will I get great sort of entry execution, but then I can put some more size on when it starts to develop. So yeah. Okay, let's try and get something on here. I'm going to have to just play with this and see what I can do. I've lost a bit of patience here, guys. I'm kind of seeing these equities dumping, and all I'm thinking to myself is, you know what, if I can steal these 6 ticks here, at least I'm going to take something. But I don't want to sit here like a headless chicken, seeing the buyer doing all the hard work and not getting the trade on. So I'm just going to try a little scalp, keep it quite tight, and see what happens. You guys see how he's splurging here? How he's splurging the buy order, this guy. So he splurges and then he stops buying it. And he pulls the bid away. Yeah, the bid disappears again. There he's splurging again. And he pulls the bid away. See, 56 lost trades there, 200. So he is buying it, but he's also pulling the bid out of the way the whole time. Almost a little bit of a flipper, but it's frustrating. This is frustrating. Wow. Shit, man. Unfortunately, it looks as though we've missed the boat. It looks as though we've missed a little trick here with this buyer. He's done this so smartly now.
Just someone try to fucking that earlier. Just try.
The funny thing is, on a profile perspective,
Yeah,
I think the bund's a good short, yeah.
I'm cute because I'm fucking pursuing my wrist.
Come on, pull the bit out of the way, you shit. Yeah, Bund's just holding up here on this 50% at the moment. From a profile perspective, you would think it would trade these 5s to 17s out a little bit and just fill in the value here. So it's purely from a profile perspective. Yeah, I would think this bid should disappear and the market could come back down, yeah. Oh, Bundy. This is not played the way I wanted it to play out. In the end, the equities dump. It's funny how the risk-off theme this morning, the bunds kept going down. Now it chooses to. No, the fucking euros are still getting hit. No, don't make the mistake. Don't make the mistake. Don't be suckered in, yeah. I know I'm going to get suckered into this long here.
Just a quick heads up, there's a couple of commentaries via the wires now, picking up on the earlier Twitter talk. Again, we cited earlier, the actual reports on the wires is a little confused. The earlier Twitter post came from a journalist, Gustavo Barata, who had retweeted a post saying that private polls in Greece were showing that the no campaign was ahead of between 53 and 55% of the vote. Again, that was from a journalist earlier retweeting another post via Twitter. But it's getting some votes now on the wires as well.
I want private polls.
Nothing in terms of official named poll or anything on the wires, yes.
So if the government phones the private poll and says, listen, you have to, you have to make it as sound as though the no vote's leading so we can get more fucking ammunition against the Eurogroup. Come on, mate. Can't believe these private polls. You don't know who funds them. Government just makes a phone call all of a sudden. Of course the no vote's going to be leading. That's exactly what the Greeks want. Seems as though this burn is just going to be a pain in the fucking backside now. It's funny now because the European equities have actually bounced now, and now the burn does not find and does not hold an offer. I have royally botched this, that's for sure. Absolutely botched this trade.
So separately, another story is up earlier, I was buying to a central regarding Greece. Just getting a little bit more focus as well. Given noticed earlier, There were reports today that the Tory Party MP in Greece had suggested there was a team now in one of the government buildings in Greece looking at a potential return to the drachma. That's been picked up on by the Nikos.gr news source and running that on their own website. Otherwise, next data in 10 minutes, we're looking for the Eurozone CPI estimate for June consensus for the headline figure of 0.2% year on year, and the range 0.1 to 0.4 was looked at the core CPI that's expected 0.8% year on year. Otherwise, also looking for the Italian CPI numbers, the harmonised is expected 0.2% year on year, and then the Greek retail sales.
Oh, mate, leave me alone. Oh. Some horrible trading here. Absolute shit trading, man. Absolute dog shit trading. Oh, my problem is I'm actually... No, I'm not trying to get long. I think short's the trade, yeah. I think you'll get it down moving back to the double O's, yeah, but... Oh, I'm selling and playing high ticks, selling and playing high ticks. Oh, just leave it alone, mate. Oh, sometimes you just gotta accept that you've got the timing wrong.
I care about after this CPI.
Okay. See, what's interesting, I think you remember we were talking about that Euro move yesterday at dinner, Arthur, and how it rallied 300 ticks and stopped out all the short. So all the retail market yesterday was selling the euro simply because they were all sold the story that, you know, Greece leaving's bad for the euro. It's, you know, the ECB will step in and do QE. So the whole market yesterday got short. And if you look at the chart, the whole day we went from 109.60s in a straight line up to 112.90s. Yeah, so almost 340 ticks from the overnight lows. And now, what do you think the euro is doing today?
One final fact.
So, now, if you were at, now this is
Apologies for the repetition.
I'll talk now.
A lot of questions about polls in Greece today. Again, earlier we cited that a journalist on Greece had said that private polls, or retweets the post saying private polls are putting the no cap ahead on around 53 or 55% of the votes. Get more focus on the wires from this, and various people on Twitter saying that another sort of potentially a separate poll, potentially the same poll from the Tami internal sources in Greece, coming out the referendum of 55% no, 45% yes. So not clear if that's a reference to the same so-called private poll, but proposals suggest that the Tami internal sources in Greece have the referendum 55% no, with 45% yes.
See, what's interesting is now, if you look at yesterday's daily candle, it's an engulfing daily candle. So, and this is where retailers are I mean, these guys that sell these Forex courses, what they do is they tell you, when you see a daily engulfing candle, the next day you buy the 38.2 and you put a stop here and you target, you know, endless profits, and that's how our system works. But what they don't do is they don't put it into context. They don't tell you that, you know, that engulfing candle was actually created on the back of the entire retail market, you know, stupidly enough, selling the bloody low of the market, selling the hole in the market. And now what you can see is the exact same thing today. You can see that the first low in the morning around those, you know, 65, 70s, the whole retail market has now gone along the euro. And then they just completely forget the context of the market. And now what do you think the euro is going to do today? Wouldn't shock me if we trade 110 figure today. Wouldn't shock me. And it's going to be created by the retail market now going long the euro. It's just...
Yeah, but you're right.
I feel sorry for these retail traders because they get sold the biggest load of bollocks. Instead of just actually, you know, just understanding the positioning and the context of the market, you know. Anyway. Let me walk away for a second. Let me walk away for a second.
It's a Twitter post a couple of minutes ago. The Greek journalist Eleftheria Koutali from marketnews.gr says that the Greek government is thinking of returning to the negotiation table by tonight, according to Greek media reports.
Why would Tsipras, when the leader of the country comes out and says, you know, we go into referendum, why would they come back to the negotiating table? I mean,
I'm not suggesting this by Twitter. I'm built by this is that according to local sources, or local news wise, that Greece's government may reconsider rejection of the EU as last offer on
Three reports.
and that's checking this by Twitter. Is the Greek political analyst is also suggesting, according to the Camerini in Greece, that the Greek government may reconsider their rejection of Juncker's last offer on Monday evening. So a couple of Israeli journalists are now suggesting potentially that Greece could go back and negotiate if they would like to attend. Nothing official on May.
fucking buyers, mate. The only thing I need now is the money to go straight up to 50 and then
Put in mind that just causes now to be the deadline for term issuance. It comes to market 3 months, a 5-year, 10-year BTP between 3 to 4.5 million total, and a 7-year CCT EU between 2 to 2.5 million. Overall supply will be equivalent to 21,000 book futures. In terms of previous results, the 5-year previously covered 1.5 and 1.4 times, the 10-year previously covered 1.4 and 1.6 times, and the 7-year CCT EU previously covered 1.3 times. Just a few notes on this, noting that both the BTP bonds have achieved over the course of this month. Volatility in 10-year was the sort of size of 5-year should be the auction as well.
Roll these low 55s for his Twitter. Roll these low 55s. Roll them. That's what his Twitter says. Go.
what is that? Chocolate.
It's from vegan
Vegan. Okay.
cake my girlfriend does.
She makes you proper exotic food, doesn't she? It's
So
nice.
between healthy and
Max,
yeah.
you guys watching the bund yet?
Not sure.
The buyer seems to have moved his buying now up to 13s to 16s. So now he's sitting taking the 13s and 14s and 15s, and then he buys, say, when it goes down to 13, he buys 14, 15, 16, and then pulls the bid away and then gets absorbed at 14, 15, 16.
Ahead of that, bear in mind that yesterday we saw the German CPI numbers come in below expected, while Spanish CPI numbers came in a little above expected levels.
Let's see if we can play this guy's game.
Inflation figure, yeah?
Yeah. Funny thing is, I think, regardless of this number, I think that might just actually get a bid after this.
First, the Eurozone CPI estimate for June
Looking at the price action.
0.2%. 0.2% in line, core CPI 0.8% back in line, Eurozone unemployment 11.1% in line, Italian CPI harmonised year-on-year 0.2% in line, and the headline figure also in line year-on-year 0.1% the Italian CPIs. Greek retail sales minus 1.9% year-on-year. That follows the previous but revised plus 1% for the previous month. And Greek PPI is minus 4.6% year-on-year.
Fucking hell. The fuel.
Again, now through time clocks, the arrival figures, so 3 months fixed earlier than unchanged on there.
Do you want anything from the shop? Green? Good.
A trade idea
Trade idea?
where I can actually execute it and make some money.
Yes, stay flat for now. It'll be easy.
Stay flat for now. What do you mean, man? You gotta make money, man. Okay guys, I'm going to open up this Periscope now for any questions you might have. I'm still keeping an eye on it, as I told you. I'm going to quickly visually actually show you guys what an absorption buyer looks like. So I'm just going to take you to the charts quickly. Okay, I'm going to just show you quickly. If you look at the footprint, okay, so what an absorption buyer will look like is a little bit something like this. So if I just zoom in there and you look at this, what effectively this represents? This represents, you know, aggressive buyers versus aggressive sellers. And as you can see, if I zoom it out to the right here, between these prices 90 to 96s, you can see someone was aggressively taking the bid, so someone was happy being sold to, and at the same time, just happily buying the offers and lifting the offers away. And he did that for a good period of about 30 minutes. Before then, starting to lift the market up the page, and as a result, prices moved higher. So that's what an absorption buyer looks like. He executes the position and he keeps absorbing until the seller stops selling to him, and then he lifts the market. Now, again, if you look between these two red lines, you're seeing the exact same thing. Okay, so now he's sitting there, absorbing the selling, and he's buying the market. So what I was expecting to see, I was hoping that this would hold, and then effectively he would take the market higher again. But what has effectively happened now is he's kind of pulled the entire bit away and he's allowed the market to come back down. Now, what you tend to find, and I know one of our senior traders, Josh Cotter on Twitter, he always used to love this. He calls this the return to the scene of the crime. Now, if we get back anywhere towards these 91s, 96s, I will be a buyer first time. So effectively, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about an absorption buy, and that's what it looks like on the market delta footprint charts. Someone's asked us to see the office. I'll quickly show it to you.
Now picking up on supposed news from the cap and rating increase that the government is now re-examining different levels proposed sent last night. According to the sources,
effectively
some government members believe that Greece should
just
accept the offer. There were recent reports that Cyprus was reconsidering the rejection of the president's latest offer last night. According to their own sources.
Just give me 1 sec, guys. It's got a little bit of a fill, yeah? Come on. Again. Just want to minimize this. Sorry, I will show you the offers again in a second. Just give me 1 sec.
Kurwa!
Okay, come on. Go. Go. Oh. Okay, I'll quickly show you that setup again. So, what I tend to do is I'll have two charting, one here, this will be a charting, and I'll have charting again. And what I'll have is ladders, so I'll have two computers with all sorts of ladders so I can see the correlated markets quite easily. I'll then have a news feed with all my data, all the economic releases, all the yields, all the change in the day, as well as a nice big clock, and I'll have that directly over my price. This is so important, guys. When I'm trading, my eyes are sitting on this price, but at the same time my peripheral can see any kind of red headlines, any kind of key news coming out. And as a trader, we have to be first in when it comes to the news, because we do have an edge there. And then on the right, what I've got is I've got effectively a Reuters up. So there I've got my Reuters charts, which then double as an internet PC if I get bored and I need to do some research and read the FT. So that's the basic setup. Yeah, so let's have a quick look. Let's see the return to the scene of this climb. What I'm looking to do is effectively buy this little 91 area. So let's have a look at how this responds. I'm just going to zoom in again. You're not going to hear from me now. I just want to kind of focus on the price action down here. But let's see how it responds at the return to the scene of the crime here.
And again, another quick note from Twitter on Greece. A Caparini journalist now reporting that according to an EU source, if Tsipras did want to reconsider, he'd have to accept the proposals of the three institutions published on Sunday and then campaign for a yes vote, which could lead to another Eurogroup meeting and so on. Again, this is pretty much in line with what the sources overnight. Again, more focus again, given the latest comments that the Greek PM may be reconsidering its objection to the last proposal. Again, there's still nothing on the wires about that yet.
Okay, so again, the reason for us getting long here was simply the market returning towards what we call the scene of the crime. So effectively, it's that same place where that buyer was initiating longs earlier on. You know, he should, in theory, still be sitting in 91 and 96s, looking to buy the market up. So that's kind of why we're doing a little bit of a short-term scalp here, looking for a 3s or 5s somewhere up there for it to get to. Guys, just keep an eye on this. BTPs, this market's taking this quite positively actually.
Yeah.
The BTPs are absolutely ramping. Just keep your ears peeled for that little denial now, yeah, because markets have gone relatively risk on that for some reason, for some stupid reason.
Portugal's Tyler reaffirming their 2015 deficit target of 2.7% of GDP.
Now, meanwhile, Sky TV reports that the Greek PM is considering a last-minute initiative for a deal. So Sky TV according to one wire says that Greece's PM is considering a last-minute initiative for a deal.
Okay, just watch for that denial now, guys. And even then, guys, just remember, just because he's willing to meet doesn't mean they'll actually even get anything. Okay, so
Germany's Hasselfeld confirmed that the European treaties do not provide for an expulsion from the euro.
okay, that yield gap's coming in here, around about the 71-70 area. nice one, mate. Oh yeah, good bounce there, Bund. Good bounce, mate. That comes in handy. No, I didn't get filled. Nice little 10-tick winner there. Nice 10-tick winner. Story of my life. Story of my life, mate. Okay, guys, just remember, Tipperus has been very anti about, you know, any kind of deal negotiation. So just read between the lines on this one. Hover over the opposite side now, yeah. Don't be surprised if a Greek official comes out and sort of denies this. Because it's very unusual for Tipperus to now suddenly backtrack again. Very unusual.
Sources saying that Greece reconsidering yesterday's Juncker offer could decap Marines. That's the wires now. Greece, according to sources, reconsidering yesterday's Juncker offer is in line with the earlier choices, but now on the wires.
Fuck off.
Can't believe these algorithms just sell that out like that. It's ridiculous. So what, they're going to reconsider the deal. What does that mean? What does that fucking mean? Okay guys, that's the gap yield filled in this bund now. So again, just remember there's bigger things at play. So, where's this buyer? Come on, mate. This buyer should step right back into this. Where are you, mate? You don't just buy for 5 minutes and then stop. Come on, let's see where he is. Come on, I know you're still here, mate. Okay, 80s to 81s to 83s, guys. He's sitting there absorbing this low now. He's absorbing these sellers selling on apparent Greece is saved type bullshit. See if we can get some more on here. Oh, Bund, come on, mate. Stop running away from giving me fills, mate. Jesus Christ.
Why don't you hit the market?
Because I'm trying to get in on a pullback. I'm not trying to hit the market. I'm doing effectively what this buyer is doing in the bunds. He's sitting there absorbing 81s to 83s now. He's clear as day, this guy. Fuck it. I'll buy the market. I've got to buy it, so what? If I'm right, and this Greece stuff is absolute hocus pocus. Not only do we have a short position on the retailers now, but this buyer is bigger than any retail trader who's short. So, you know, we start to push higher and we get above these 89s, 90s, and these shorts are going to get squeezed very badly. This buyer's been there all morning. He's not done. You don't just buy 60, 70,000 contracts and stop. That's not how the game works. That broker's sitting at a bank, and maybe he's listening to me actually. Maybe he's listening to me. Quite funny if he is. But yeah, I would say we definitely keep an eye on this. Oh shit. Okay. 87s, 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 guys. If any of your trainers bunge 87s, that's the key. We get above 87s, okay, there's a lot of guys that are short that have heard that Greek comment that are wanting to stay short, but they're not paying attention to what this buyer is doing. Just remember that above 87s, you know, we could navigate price very, very quickly up the page.
As a result, in Germany, so the last ditch solution for Greece is very difficult.
Yeah, just more confirmation that all of this is just bullshit, mate. Come on, lift, lift, lift! Come on, mate. You do all the hard work on Greece, mate. You do all this understanding and reading. Just fucking pay me for once for understanding this bullshit. Just pay me for once. Relative straight line. I know the position of the market. Just pay me for once. Don't always have to be a swine. Done my homework. Understand the flow.
One very James running comments from the Greek finance minister via Twitter, which he said he just made as he headed into the finance ministry just now. He says, we have to secure the right of the Greek people to vote in the referendum. That's their aim. From Monday, we can look at a viable solution where Pakistan want to stay in the euro. We want a viable solution, and we proposed with the members was not viable. Those comments just now from the Greek finance minister, again, according to a Greek journalist via Twitter.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on! There's still enough shorts in this market. There's got to be some stops here. These shorts have got to pay for this party. Get these shorts out of the market. Look at the Euro stocks, mate. So Euro stocks back at the starting price, yeah? Just let's just remember we do have a short position in this bund. There is still a short position in the bund. They've got to pay up. They are caught short. Pay up, mate. If you don't pay up, you're gonna literally you're gonna be just stop out, mate. I'll get out when you stop out. I will get out when you stop out.
Just a quick note on Greece, talking to our Greek expert, Andreas Koutras, who works with us. He's in Athens and he's saying that there are rumours locally, and only rumours locally, that the yes camp has surged in the latest speculation in Greece, which, if true, could explain why the press may have performed an about phase in terms of considering the new proposal from last night. So it's all speculation at this stage, but again, we're seeing our
500 lot there. If someone's caught short, he's going to use that liquidity. He should buy that up. So we see a 500 lot go through there. We could see a gain. A little more stops going through. So let's prepare. We might just buy through him actually. God, please don't tell me these fucking shorts are going to get away with this. Come on, if you're short and you need 600 contracts, you are looking at those fives and thinking, I will take those.
We also, in 10 minutes, the next possible speaker, the Fed's Dudley, who's speaking in Basel, Switzerland, about payments. You're now expecting to set text from donor, but not clear to speak on monetary policy, the subject to speech on payments.
Above 152 and those stops should resume again.
Germany's Hasselblad says that Europe will not refuse humanitarian aid to Greece. Another quick note from Twitter, another Greek newspaper source, this time Tadina, being cited by a Greek journalist. A Division newspaper reported saying that the Greek PM is now under pressure from some ministers, including the deputy PM, Dragsakis, to accept the unity deal. It's more speculation out of Greece, but the Tadina newspaper said that the Greek PM is under pressure from some of his ministers to look at accepting the unity deal.
Just remember guys, the market's being fed this positive news about Greece here, but what's price doing? Yes, all I can see is Euro Stoxx is pretty much back to where it started, Bund's pretty much back to where it started. So whilst yes, potentially it's wonderful, wonderful news, at the same time, price is not showing this wonderful, wonderful news. So just stick with price, don't get too stuck in a bias on this one. And I know unfortunately I'm talking my position up here, but just remember that. Price is key on this.
The Japanese finance minister said we're going to continue with spending reforms.
It's all about 152.01 now. We get above there, and I think we get the next move up in the bunds on stops again. I think there's still enough people that are caught here. They're still caught. They're just getting a little bit of respite for now. To be honest, I don't know why. I don't know why the markets are so generous to them, but hey ho.
Quick note on the Italian launch. Italy sells €1.5 billion, the 5 years covered 1.6. Italy sells €2.9 billion worth, the 10 years covered 1.35. And the CCT, they sold 2.4 billion, and that is covered 1.25 times. The total BCP issuance will be around 4.4 billion. It's just below the top end of the BTP issuance, which is 4.5 billion. Looking at the covers, again, the 5 years covered 1.6 times, slightly over the previous 1.5, and the 10 year is covered 1.35 times, slightly weaker than the previous 1.6 for the Italian auctions.
Excellent, mate. Excellent, well done if you held on to your shorts there. I think you've gotten very, very, very fortunate.
The 5 year had 1% of underbidding at the average level. The 10 year had 3% of overbidding at the average level, so not awful.
Alright guys, I'm going to move out of this, the market's moving around, so I'm going to turn this periscope off. Again, if you have any questions, you can hit me up on Twitter. And yeah, thanks for joining again. I hope you guys sort of got a feeling for the kind of stuff we have to keep an eye out for, and hopefully learned a few things.